Are we heading towards seeing more foreclosures and possibly another housing crash? At first glance, that does sound a little bit scary, but when you dig into the facts and details, you'll see that it's not that much of a concern. Let me explain why. Hey everyone, it's Kim Rock, Realtor with the Kim Rock Group, and I'm here with your April month-end real estate snapshot. Our first topic is inventory levels. In April, our MSI was at 2.5, which is exactly the same as it was in March. Our next topic is median sales price. In April, our median sales price was $433,000, which is up pretty significantly from the $410,000 median sales price that we saw in March. And our last topic is days on the market. In April, our days on the market was 26, which is down just about a week from the 33 that was March. Let's talk about something that's been popping up in the headlines a little bit more often lately, which is the talk of foreclosures. With the cost of everything pretty much in the world going up lately, you might be wondering, are we heading towards seeing more foreclosures and possibly another housing crash? Maybe you've seen reports that foreclosure activity is on the rise. At first glance, that does sound a little bit scary, but when you dig into the facts and details, you'll see that it's not that much of a concern. Let me explain why. Yes, foreclosure filings did tick up a little bit in the first quarter of 2025, but that's not the whole story. If you compare where we are today to the years leading up to the 2008 housing crash, we are in a different ballpark altogether. Back in 2008, risky lending practices left a lot of homeowners with mortgages that they could not afford. That led to a flood of foreclosures, drops in home prices, and homeowners with homes that they could no longer afford, bringing prices down as the foreclosures occurred. It was a perfect storm. Today, lending standards are much tighter, and homeowners are in a much stronger financial position. That's why foreclosure activity now, even with that slight increase, is still way below historical levels and way below what we saw during that market crash. And here's something to keep in mind. Back in 2020 and 2021, there was a nationwide moratorium on foreclosures. So comparing today's numbers to a few years ago doesn't exactly tell the full story. If you look at more typical years like 2017 to 2019, foreclosure rates today are much less than they were then. But even so, any increase in foreclosures can be a very emotional topic. It represents real families and real financial struggles, and that's not something that we ever want to downplay. But it certainly doesn't mean that the entire housing market is in trouble. Over the past few years, especially where we are in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, home prices have increased significantly, which leads homeowners to having a lot more equity than they used to, which is why most people are in a good financial position when it comes to the equity level of their homes. And if someone does fall on hard times, that equity can actually be a nice cushion or buffer to get them out of that hard time. Things like utilizing a home equity line of credit are always a possibility if someone is struggling to make ends meet. And instead of facing foreclosure in times of trouble, a lot of homeowners today can sell and walk away with money in their pocket. And that's a huge difference from what we saw back in 2008 when a lot of homeowners were underwater on their mortgage and unfortunately they had to walk away with nothing. So if you're worried about the housing market and the possibility of foreclosures, don't panic. We are not headed towards another crash. And if you're a homeowner going through a tough time, reach out to your lender because there are options out there to help. We would also be happy to discuss listing your home, or if you are one of those instances where someone is underwater, short sales still do exist and we are skilled and knowledgeable in conducting them. So feel free to give us a call and we'd be happy to walk you through your options. As always, we at the Kim Rock Group are here to help in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you found this video helpful, click like and subscribe below.